Hi guys, my name is Morgan and today I'm going to be showing you some eyeshadow palettes that I would like to use more often. These are palettes that I do enjoy, but I just haven't used them enough and I don't really know why, but we'll go through each one of them. So the first palette we're going to talk about is the Essence I'm With The Band palette. My boyfriend got this for me. I'm not entirely sure when, but it was a gift for like our anniversary or something like that. I'm really intrigued by this color story. Unfortunately, the quality is not that great. I have heard that their eyeshadow formula has gotten better, but I'm a little bit hesitant to try it out. This palette's iffy. The shimmers are not very shimmery like at all. They're satins at best, and then the mattes, they show up, but they're a little bit like hard to blend. So this is the palette because it's a little bit difficult to work with. Then I have the Afrique by Juvia's Place. Very beautiful packaging, and the inside looks like this. This palette was on my wish list for quite some time, and I was going to keep asking for it for like birthdays and Christmas and stuff like that, but I ended up ordering it myself just because it had been on my wish list for a while, so I just finally got it. And it's not bad quality, I just need to pull this out more often. I tend to go for more monochromatic looks, so it's a little bit harder to use this because there's like one shimmery green, one matte green, one shimmery blue, matte blue. Like, I enjoy it because I can do the monochromatic look, but I need to experiment more and kind of reach for other shades. I love this shade here as an inner corner shade. I don't really use this yellow that often, again, because I said I prefer more monochromatic looks, and there's not really another yellow in here. But I just need to mix and match. And I also need to remember, despite the packaging and everything, there are other colors in this palette other than like the red and the blue and the yellow. Like, I can do a look for work using like this whole bottom row almost, and that brown, and then this burgundy. So yeah, I just need to remember that this does not always have to be as vibrant as the packaging is. This one, I guess I can give myself a pass, sort of, because it is fairly new in my collection. But this is the Menagerie Cosmetics Pastel Pup. It's a very beautiful palette. I'm very happy that I have it for all the pastels and everything. But as I said before, I like more monochromatic looks most of the time, which I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone with that, but that's kind of, that is my comfort zone. I can't help it. And so the fact that I just have an entire palette of the rainbow is sometimes a little bit intimidating for me because there's not really a shimmer to pair with it. There's one shimmer in this whole palette. It's right here, Snowball, and it's very beautiful, but if I'm doing like a pink look, I don't necessarily want a blue on my lids. It's something that I kind of have to figure out, I guess, but I do need to work with this palette more. I really only did like bluish looks with it, and they have came out pretty good. I just need to try more like warm toned looks, I guess, like the pinks and the orange and the red and things like that. So this is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I'm sure you all know what it looks like, but it looks like this. And this isn't bad quality, I guess, but this is my first like high-end palette, and I honestly don't reach for it that often. Just because there's not that many mattes that I can use. Like, the only mattes, I don't even know if you would consider this black and this brown a matte because they're more like satins, but this plum color, this like bright orange here, that's like almost a transition shade, honestly, and then like, the rest of the row here. But besides that, there's not really many options. I kind of feel myself going for the same sort of crease over and over again. And if I had like a warm toned crease or like only, those few shades in the crease, I feel like I can't do that much with this palette. I have to do the same crease, and then I have to just pick one of the thousands of shimmers in this palette. They really could have narrowed this palette down a lot. Like, I love the packaging, but they could have made this 10 times smaller. I might have used it more or felt less guilty about it. Like, if they had cut out half of these warm toned shades, if they cut out one of these blue-green shades. I don't know, I just feel like there's room to edit this palette down. And I just don't tend to reach for this because I know I'm going to end up doing the same crease and then pick a random shimmer when I could do something in any of my other palettes. Another palette that I need to use more, this is the Morphe 35M. It's the only Morphe palette that I have. And it looks like this. Takes up like the whole screen. Yeah, I just need to use this more often. Really, when I think of this palette, I'm like, oh, it's green. So I think of all these shades up at the top, which I definitely, you know, there's a lot more in this palette. There's 35 shades, and they're not all green. So there's obviously more than just greens in this palette. And then I think of like green and orange. Like, this is like Halloween palette to me. I can't even hold this thing. Oh my god. But like, looking at it here, there's so many dark shades too, and I kind of avoid dark shades, and I don't know, I feel like I reach for the same shades over and over again, so I really need to use this a lot more often. Like, I tend to reach for this upper green corner, these oranges like right here. I've reached for like red shimmer, but I usually use the same like greens and oranges. Yet again, I don't want to be continuously bringing up my Jeffree Star palettes because I don't support him anymore, but I do own 5 of them, so I mean, they are a part of my collection, and honestly, I don't support him, as I said, but I do need to use their palettes more. I think it's just, I kind of avoid them because I don't support him anymore, so it's like, when I'm going to do my makeup, I look at them and I'm like, I don't know about that one. So I definitely need to use those more. Like, sometimes I'll reach into them, but I need to remember, like, for example, to use the Alien palette and the Blue Blood. Sometimes I'll reach into the Mini Controversy a little bit. Like, let me grab it. Yeah, sometimes I'll reach into this palette if I'm doing something quick, and I will take this shimmer here and then like this matte brown here and call it a day. And I use the Jawbreaker palette pretty consistently. But this is the first palette I got, and I think it's discontinued now, but honestly, like, it's so pretty, and I really need to reach for it more, because this is my most favorite color just ever. It's like a mauve pink. Sometimes I'll use it at like Christmas time because it's got like the perfect grinchy green here, and like this is like Mountain Dew. Like, if I have a Mountain Dew shirt, and I'll either like use this palette and do a green look, or I'll do like a red look just to like match it. But yeah, I just really like this palette, so I need to pull it out more. I know this was a short video, but that is just some of the palettes that I don't reach for enough, and I really need to make an effort to use more. Let me know if there are any palettes in your collection that maybe you were going to like get rid of or declutter, but you just can't bring yourself to do it, but you need to use them more. Like, that internal struggle, that's honestly kind of sometimes how I feel about certain things. So yeah, just comment down below a palette that you're kind of like fighting with at the moment, and yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!